Good afternoon, evening, morning, whenever. All around the world, the universe and the solar system. Welcome.
Solar system universe.
Solar system universe. Welcome to another show, another edition, l'édition spéciale of
Sunday Chat!
It's a little bit different this week. It's a special edition.
Special.
Yeah, we're not on the sofa throughout.
No.
But in a different place and time.
We've been time and place travelling.
We've been to Guernsey, and for those of you who don't know, Guernsey is one of the Channel Islands.
Yes.
It sits just off the coast of France.
Oh yeah, a little bit more, yeah.
In the Bay of Saint-Malo, in actual fact.
The bailiwick of Guernsey and the bailiwick of Jersey.
So we've been to visit Mum, and we thought we would do a vlog. A vlog from Guernsey as this week's Sunday Chat for something a little bit different.
What's vlog in Guernsey French?
Vloganese.
Vlog.
I don't know.
There we are.
There's no such word.
Oh, I'm sure there is now. We've coined it. Vlog.
So here we are. A little vlog from Guernsey. Well, it's not little, it's rather long. It's a special expanded edition this week. Just for you, just for all of our followers on every platform.
We're a little bit specially expanded as well afterwards, aren't we?
You'll find out in a moment. So here we are. Watch now. Roll VT. Run VT. So Paul and I have arrived in our little guest house, which is St. George's. It's like a little B&B, and it's an old building, very sort of higgledy-piggledy. We've just arrived and we're just unpacking. Paul's got the kettle on. We're going to have a cup of tea. So it's a very sweet little room. Try not to pick up on the negative aspects of it, because one wants to be positive.
Dusty lampshade.
It's got a dusty light. That light up there is really in need of a good dust, and we might give them feedback on that. But otherwise, it's acceptable.
Nice bed.
It's a nice big bed.
Not as big as ours at home.
No, it's certainly not super king. Little tea and coffee area here. A TV.
Plug in over there.
It's obviously an attic room, as you can see, the sloping ceiling, which is fine. We're used to rooms like that. Lovely little chair, little very old, cute little dressing table, which looks as though it's about to fall apart, actually. Look. It's very wonky.
That's alright.
But then a great... Let me just turn down the brightness. A great view of the bay, which is looking east. Yeah. So we should get a really good view of the sunrise.
And you can see where Mum used to live.
Right in the distance, yeah.
So you see those two towers,
Yeah.
chimneys, to the right of that.
Yep.
There's a sort of cream block.
That's where Mum used to
That's where
live.
Mum used to live.
So yeah, I mean, as you can see, this is the busy coast road. Luckily, it's not. You can't really hear the traffic.
No.
The double glazing is fairly good, albeit quite old. So yeah, we're going to do a little video diary, aren't we, Paul?
Yes, you've told me that we are.
Yeah, we are. We're going to do a little video diary of our stay here at St. George's. Over that way you can see the islands, the nearby islands. Herm and Sark.
Sark in the distance, Jetu, Breku.
Jetu, yeah.
Or Breku and Jetu.
So it's going to be a little bit of a different experience this time round for us.
We're tourists.
We are tourists.
Very, very odd.
Tourists in Guernsey. So I'll just show you around the room. I love this wallpaper actually. It's really cute. And then there's a little bathroom which is really dinky. It's hard to get it all in, but it's got everything you need. It looks clean. Fairly clean anyway. Little shower there which has got a little bit of mould in the corner, but I feel like the hotel inspector. But you know what the hotel inspector would say? Towels on the bed, really? There's a little wardrobe over there. And yeah, that marble top is really annoying me on that. I'm going to have to straighten that up. It's wonky.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Careful now, Paul, don't break it. Anyway, we're going to get on, unpack, have a cup of tea and... Oh, you straightened it. Yeah, that's good. I mean, I don't know why they haven't got that more in the bay.
Maybe so you can get to the plug.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe we'll move it.
Maybe we will. Maybe we'll redesign the whole room.
While we're here.
So, there we go. So we're back in our room, having been down the road to the local Italian. And we've just had a big meal. Yeah. We had a big meal. It's been such a long time since we've been out to eat.
Out.
How long has it been, Paul? The lighting is terrible in here.
It's not a studio, you see.
No, I know.
It's a bedroom.
Yeah, I know. But I like to look as glamorous as possible, and this is just not cutting it. How long?
I can't really remember the last time we were out. I think it must have been when we were... Well, the last time you and I have been out for dinner on our own must have been when we went to... Must be like 20, almost 30 years ago.
Well, there's a difference between 20 and 30.
Yeah, hardly. Yeah.
If you can hear that noise outside, it's...
a car.
It's the road. We're on the main road.
But the windows are open.
The window's open for a bit of fresh air. But yeah, we've been out for a meal to an Italian called Otto's, which is just down the road. We had margaritas.
Yeah. Not cocktails.
Pizza.
Yeah. You had a portion of huge chips, didn't you?
I had some skinny fries. We had 2 salads.
Those salads were lovely.
And, but it was...
Can you do it so that I'm not out of the thing?
Sorry.
Yeah. You can do it a bit more your way.
I'm holding this. We had a bottle of wine, a bottle of red, which, as you know, I don't really drink. So I'm, feeling the effects of that.
Oh.
Which is quite nice.
But we had we had fantastic service.
Yeah, and gorgeous. One of the waiters was absolutely gorgeous.
Richard said if I'd met him 20 years ago, I said he would have been about 8.
Yeah, that was wrong. That was so wrong. But it was very pleasant, and then we walked up the road to sort of walk off the margarita, which was a 10-inch margarita.
Yeah.
Each.
Yeah.
Slathered in mozzarella.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't the healthiest of dinners.
But you didn't finish your margarita, did you?
Well, no, I cut the crust off because actually it wasn't what I would call a traditional margarita. To me, a traditional margarita is a thin crust with barely topping on it.
But it was delicious.
But it was lovely.
It was lovely. And the reason, of course, you didn't finish your margarita is because you had that huge portion of skinny fries, which
Yeah,
you
but I
finished
wanted
off.
fries. We're on
You did.
holiday.
Yeah.
But it was also sort of... It was a bit of a shock when we got the bill, actually.
Was it?
Yeah, it was for me. I thought, bloody Nora.
£72 including tip.
No, it wasn't. It was 82.
82
including tip.
Mm.
So that was a treat. But they also they told us, vegan breakfasts.
Yeah.
So we might have a breakfast there because they're very nice.
Yeah.
And I think
lovely.
it's quite nice when you're sort of on a bit of a break to find a nice place to sort of eat.
She was stunning, wasn't she?
She was beautiful, one of the waitresses.
Yeah, I mean, I know we shouldn't say things like this, but just such a beauty. She reminded me of Annie Lennox. And,
well, we didn't say, oh, you're such a beauty.
I said you have fabulous eyes. I did say that. I'm terrible at saying things like that.
Yeah, you've got to be careful because you could get a slap one day.
I know.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
But I think also it's nice to pay people compliments, but do it in a non-creepy way, Paul.
What? You don't?
God.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, because people might think you're a creep.
But then we had a really nice walk
along the seafront
into the actual start of St Peter Port town centre itself. So
yeah, and
that was really
back
nice.
And we're just sort of chilling now.
Yeah.
So we'll see you again tomorrow for more vlogs.
Yay!
I'm knackered now.
You're going to sleep well.
We've been travelling since 11:45 this morning.
Well,
really?
We haven't, because we haven't been travelling. We got to the hotel about 4:30.
Yeah, exactly. So we were travelling between 11:45 and 4:30. That's a long stretch just to get to a tiny island off the coast of the UK.
Yeah, we actually had the easiest journey I think
we've ever had. It was very smooth.
Really smooth.
Very smooth, but tiring. Driving and flying. So bye for now. Take care. Bye. So Paul's just gone downstairs because we have to move the car because the car parking system in Guernsey, you have this little sort of time card thing that you put in the window of the car and you get so many hours per space. So he's just gone down to move it. But as we open the door to the room, we discovered our breakfast basket, which is a complimentary breakfast which is delivered to the room, which is lovely. How charming. Let me show you. First of all, guess whose clothes those are, just strewn on the chair. Anyway, so we've got cereal, we've got hot bread rolls, fresh milk, yogurt, juice and bananas, and jam and butter for our rolls. How lovely. And there's this sweet little picnic table here, so we can set up and have a picnic. Oh, Paul's back. Hi, Paul.
Hello.
How did you get on?
All right.
We hadn't had a ticket then?
No.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Why would we have had a ticket?
Well, I don't know, Paul. I don't know these archaic laws in Guernsey around parking for 10 hours.
I put the clock out.
Good. I was just showing the viewers our contents of our breakfast basket, which is lovely. We've got cereal, yogurt, juice, bananas, and hot bread rolls. Look,
Lovely.
isn't that cute? I'm looking forward to tucking into that, even though we had 1 billion calories last night.
And you've got me another cup of tea ready.
Well, you can have a tea once we've had our breakfast.
Right.
So we're going to chow down now and enjoy this, even though I really don't need the calories this morning. It's Thursday evening, and we've decided that we're going to probably just hang around in the room because we've had a full day. So we're having a little snack on our picnic table. Look, we're having hummus, celery, carrots, tomatoes, ribota, and some tortilla chips. Lovely. We may go out with little wooden forks from the local co-op. We may go out for a little wander later, just for a little walk, but we decided not to have a huge amount. So when we've had this, we'll talk about our day. and what we've done this morning and this afternoon. But we're going to eat something, so we'll see you shortly for another little vlog. Chow down, Paul, chow down.
I am.
Hi. Welcome to In Bed with Richard and Paul. For OnlyFans.
We've been in bed with somebody else before.
We have. We were in bed with Vivi once.
Yeah.
So we thought we would just have a little chat about our day. You saw us this morning having breakfast, which was really quite sweet.
Yeah, it was nice. I enjoyed mine.
Unexpected. And the bread rolls weren't bread rolls, they were croissants.
Croissant.
Yeah, fresh croissants. Were delicious, actually.
You had yours with butter and jam, didn't you?
Butter and jam, yes.
I just had jam.
I devoured it. It. Hungrily. But it was enough to sustain us until we had a huge piece of chocolate cake.
I mean, ginormous. It was.
Let's just rewind. Let's rewind a little bit, because we had breakfast and then we decided to go to Castle Cornet.
Yes.
And for those of you,
which is at St Peter Port Harbour.
Yeah. So what is Castle Cornet, Paul?
It's a castle. What is it? 1300s. It started being built, I think, and it's been added on to over the centuries.
It's a bit of a hodgepodge.
It is, including obviously during the Second World War, where the Germans added battlements to it, concrete battlements.
Yeah, horrible concrete battlements.
But it literally is full of history, including potentially one of your relatives.
I know, somebody called Thomas Layton. Yeah, so those of you who know me will know that my birth name is Hammond, but I also go by the name of Layton. That was my mother's maiden name. Long story, blah, 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 divorce, blah, blah, blah. I decided to start using that surname at one point in my life. So yeah, that was interesting. So it's medieval in places. There's lots of moody little, corridors and lots of stonework. And I'll throw a few photos in as we're talking.
And there was also tableaux, weren't there?
What?
Men and
there was sort of these
women and children, as tableaux. So yeah, that was quite bizarre.
I find life-size dummies in those sort of historical reenactment settings a bit disconcerting, especially when you can get right next to them and they're life-size.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think as a child, I used to think that they were dead people.
Well, I mean, you had all that thing in the Victorian era, didn't you, of people taking photographs with their dead relatives, so that the spirit...
But I didn't know that as a child.
Well, you may have known that.
No, I didn't, Paul.
Well, you were around in the Victorian era.
I'm not from Victorian era. I'm 39.
That's right, yeah. So it was lovely, and it's the first time I have been there since I was about 13.
Yeah.
So 43 years ago.
And it's the first time I've ever been there. I've photographed it many times.
Yeah. It looks spectacular at night.
It does.
Well, it's all lit up. It looks great at night. But yeah, it was really good to go today. And there was one stalagmite, wasn't there, that was forming, and the stalactite as well.
Mites up, tights down.
Yeah.
Yeah. On a stairway, and you could see how it had formed, and you could see where it had formed from. I mean, it's amazing to think that the ones in caves have been there for millions of years, developing slowly. That's why you have to be careful in caves. Not to break them off. Yeah. Anyway, but it was when we arrived. You obviously have to pay.
It was raining.
It was raining. It was really grim, and we got there for about 10:30. Parking
was a challenge.
A challenge. I mean, you drive, it's sort of in the area where the port is, where St. Peter Port is, and the docks. And it's, if you're completely unfamiliar with the area, it's really difficult to know where you're going, apart from the fact that you're sort of heading towards the castle. But it's not sort of really clearly signposted. And
there is the model yacht pond that you go around. You go around to the left, but actually if you don't know that, there is some signage there, but if you don't know that, you might think, why is that car coming towards me?
yeah,
But we did park, and we got
eventually.
there, we went in, and...
we nearly gave up.
We did. We went to the bathing pools instead, outdoor bathing pools. We didn't swim, we just went to look. And I thought we'd be able to go to the top, but that stairs,
pathway
the staff,
wasn't...
yeah, the...
You're jumping about too much now.
I'm
Paul.
jumping.
So anyway, we parked and we went into Castle Cornet, and as we paid for our tickets, we were informed that today was a special day, la jour spéciale, and because they were doing a 13-gun salute. Now, when we say gun, we mean cannons.
Yeah, cannons. Cannon fire.
Now, for those of you who for those of you who are familiar with Guernsey, will know that there is a
noonday gun
every day. It's a cannon which is fired at midday every day. And they were doing this today, but with 13 cannons.
Well, with 8.
So I filmed it, so let's run VT. I filmed it on my phone, so it's a bit shaky. Apologies.
And it was smoky.
Have a little look. Here it is. It's a few minutes long, so apologies.
Martin, the master gunners! Yes, sir! Master gunners! Number 1 gun! Fire! Number 2 gun! Fire! Number 3 gun! Fire! Number 4 gun! Fire! Number 5 gun! Fire! Number 6 gun! Fire! Number 7 gun! Fire! Number 1 gun! Fire! Number 2 gun! Fire! Number 3 gun! Fire! Number 4 gun! Fire! Number 5 gun! 13-gun salutes carried out to commemorate the passing in battle of Major General Sir Isaac Rock at the Battle of Friesland Heights in Canada. Battery Sergeant Major, take charge.
The video doesn't really do it justice. It was bloody loud.
It was.
Each one flashed. And I'm not sure the video picked that up.
No, I don't think mine did either.
And I also noticed that gun number 5 had a big smoke ring. I don't know whether you saw that.
I think that came out in my video, definitely.
It did come out in my video too,
Yeah,
Paul.
yeah.
But
And the reverberation
Yeah.
as the sound bounced around St. Peter Paul is amazing. I mean, where Mum used to live, it was sort of exactly where the gun fires. I mean, you know, there's no ballistic that gets fired.
No, it's like a blank, isn't
yeah,
it?
so it's, you know, it's the sound that travels. And we would often be at Mum, you know, Mum and Dad, when Dad was there, and we go, oh, noonday gun.
Noonday gun.
So, yeah, it was amazing. I've never experienced the noonday gun in Guernsey that close.
Right next to it.
Yeah.
It was bloody loud.
Yeah.
But it was interesting because at the end, I had a slight emotional reaction.
Yeah, so did I.
It was quite bizarre because I actually wanted to burst into tears. And I don't know why. I mean, I'm not a military person. I don't really support the military. I'm not really into militaria or anything like that. I mean, yeah, my grandfather fought in World War II, and I think both of my grandfathers were in the army at one point. My dad did his national service when you had to in this country, in the UK. But there was an emotional reaction, and I don't really know why. And we had a conversation about this with one of the staff who we were just chatting to, and it was quite strange. I don't really know what that was about. But it was quite thrilling. It was quite thrilling.
Yeah.
Maybe that was it. Maybe it was just the thrill of being close to such powerful weapons.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I think it was somebody who was born in Guernsey, but they died in a battle in Canada. And this is why it was like 200 years ago or so many hundred years ago, and that's why it was happening today.
So what was the name of the person, Paul? It was somewhere, someplace, something. You told your mum who it was for.
I know, it's gone out of my head.
Oh God, Paul, you're supposed to know this. You're a Gunzerman. Really?
So yeah, that was
thrilling.
really good. And then then just before that, maybe half an hour before that, we'd had chocolate cake in the refectory there, in the cafe.
We were the only ones there.
It was just gorgeous. It had big chunks of chocolate, and we should have had one piece between us. Yeah. I didn't realise the slices would be just enormous.
They were huge.
And then, as we were leaving there, the sun had come out, or was coming out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just for this, salute, and then the sun carried on coming out afterwards. So, when most people had left, we carried on touring the grounds of Castle Cornet.
Well, we wanted to get our money's worth, frankly, at £10 a head.
Well, that's relatively cheap, isn't it? Nowadays, to go and see an ancient monument.
Relatively.
So we went back to the top of the castle, where we could now see miles and miles and miles. And in fact, we could see Alderney, we could see France. Alderney was so high up out of the water. The sun was really shining on it. It
wasn't really rising out of the water. It's just an optical illusion.
Yeah, it's an optical illusion.
It's not a floating island.
So that was lovely.
Brigadoon, or
and
whatever
then
it's called.
we came to that box garden.
Yeah, lovely little. Whose garden was it?
the governor's garden.
The governor's garden. And we just happened to bump into one of the gardeners as well, who was dressed in uniform.
He'd been doing some of the firing beforehand.
Had he?
Well, orchestrating it, I think.
He was involved in it.
Yeah, yeah.
And he chatted about the plants, and we talked about the other garden, showing you a few photos as we talk.
And there was another type of Santolina there. So at the plot, we've got the silver Santolina, and there was a green Santolina as well, which was lovely. And he was explaining how he's been cutting it over the last couple of years, because he took it over a few years ago.
He was very sweet.
He was.
So we chatted. We really got our money's worth, I feel.
Yeah.
There was one bit we didn't see. One of the museums we
didn't
go into.
see the militia museum.
No, because time was ticking on and we had to go, well, come back here. Why did we come back here?
A toilet break.
Oh yeah, I needed the loo. And then we were going to see Mum.
Yeah.
So we came back here briefly, went to see Mum, took her out to buy new shoes and slippers.
Yeah.
To Auger's, which is a shop.
In St Martin's.
And that was fun, actually. We took our time. We let her try several pairs on at her leisure.
About 20.
At her leisure, and walk around until she was totally satisfied with them, which she was. She may change her mind.
In the meantime, while she was doing that, you became shop assistant.
I was helping other people as well by giving them friendly advice on what looked good on them.
And you said to one lady,
buy both.
Both.
Buy both, and she did.
She was saying, shall I buy this pair or shall I buy that? And he went, buy both.
I like to do that in a shop. I think I was probably born to work in a shop.
I think you were, yes.
Because I like helping people.
Yeah.
And I like giving people a good old laugh.
Oh, yeah, you do.
I do.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
If you can spread a little bit of joy.
So
Ow, my leg's hurting now.
We did that, and Mum wore the shoes from buying them, and we went to Earlswood and had a cup of coffee.
Which is a garden centre.
It's a garden centre, which Mum calls the gravel place because its car park got lots of gravel. So we went in there and we had a nice cup of coffee, really good cup of coffee at Earlswood.
Yeah, and a little
Always
biscuit.
Good cup of coffee.
A little biscuit.
And
then we came back.
Then we dropped Mum back.
Dropped her off in time for her dinner.
We went a little sort of scenic route back to Mum's care home, but
Popped to the shop
and
got our snacks for this evening, and decided we'd have a quiet evening. No high-calorie Italian food this evening for us. Just some carrot sticks, celery, tomatoes, rye-vita, hummus, and tortilla chips.
Yeah, a few tortilla chips.
Yeah.
So
that was nice, actually. And we're just here now watching the view.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's quite dark outside, but the sun hasn't set fully yet. So
no, it's the blue hour.
Yeah.
It's the blue hour.
And across the way, which is actually where my niece works, I can sort of see one of the buildings where she works. There's a big set of traffic lights. And the traffic lights, they change colour. I mean, they're reflecting in the sea, and they change colour, and they just look lovely with that reflection in the sea. So we noticed that last night, and it's looking lovely. Yeah. Because the tide is coming in at the moment.
Yeah,
it's most probably 2 hours from full tide, maybe a little bit more. So no, about 2 hours, I reckon.
I feel like I'm doing yoga.
Do you?
And cross your leg.
You used to be able to.
I used to be able to lift my leg up over my head.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
I used to be able to lift his leg over my head.
It would break my hip now.
Yeah, I think it would.
I don't need that when we're in a foreign country.
It's not
with no health insurance.
It's part of the British Isles.
Anyway, that's it for this evening.
What are we going to do?
We're just going to watch. Well, good thing about this guest house, it's got excellent free Wi-Fi, which means we can watch Netflix. So we'll watch something on Netflix and just chill.
Yeah, or Disney.
Or
We could watch Hocus Pocus.
We could watch another episode of Obi-Wan.
We finished it.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
No.
Haven't we? Yes, we finished it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Hocus Pocus, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, see you tomorrow for another little vlog.
What?
Little vlog.
Little
vlog.
vlog. I think you've been drinking again.
No, I haven't been drinking. Of course I haven't been drinking. I don't drink, Paul.
He's intoxicated by Guernsey.
Yeah. Bye for now.
Bye.
Good evening. It's Friday evening. And we've had another busy day here in Guernsey. And we decided to finish the day off with another Italian meal. We treated ourselves again.
Yeah.
Which was a bit naughty, but hey, I had, what did I have, Paul? I can't remember.
Mushroom
risotto. Mushroom risotto. Risotto alla funghi. Yes. What did you have, Paul?
I had penne with an aubergine sauce.
Penne alla norma.
Yeah, alla norma.
Yeah.
Al norma.
Alla norma.
No, I think it was penne al norma.
Alla norma.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And then you had garlic bread.
Garlic bread to start and a double espresso decaf. Thank you very much.
And as you can most probably tell, Richard had a bottle of wine.
Yeah, we've had a bottle of wine. Very indulgent, but you know, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Don't judge us.
But we had a really nice time with Mum this afternoon, didn't we?
We did. This morning we went to Lancresse, which is a lovely sort of common area with lots of...
as in common to walk across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not common as in common people. No. Which was lovely. Show you a bit of footage, a few photos, blah, blah, blah. And then we met with Mum and had another little walk around.
Well, we went out to Rockane. But it started to rain or drizzle. So we went and had something at a parking space overlooking Leo parking area. Leo.
The island, which is a tiny... which is a tiny little island that you can only get to via a causeway at low tide. It's very The Woman in Black.
It is, yeah.
So this evening we went to the Italian again, blah, blah, blah.
Otto.
And here we are now. So tomorrow is checkout by 10. So we'll be having breakfast as usual in the room. And then we'll be going for another walk somewhere.
Yeah.
So there will be a little bit more to see.
Oh, how lovely.
I can't talk. Because, wine.
He's had a bottle of wine. Yeah.
So that's it for this evening. We're going to chill out.
Schitt's Creek.
I think I'll be asleep by then.
I think you will. He actually fell asleep last night, about 8 o'clock. I watched a 2-hour film. And then I woke him up and said, it's time to go to sleep.
Yeah, but this is the thing about having a sort of guest room, hotel room. There's a bed. And the minute I lie down on a bed, I go to sleep. That's it. Bed, sleep. So anyway, thank you.
There we are.
Bye for now. Goodbye. I'm saying goodbye now. Say goodbye, Paul.
Bye.
Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Goodbye. It's Saturday morning and this is the first clear, well, relatively clear sky and sunrise that we've had. It's not raining this morning, which is good. The tide is partially out. Can't tell whether it's coming in or going out.
Coming in.
Is it coming in? And yeah, it's rather pretty with the clouds. This is the view, obviously, from our hotel or guest house window. And we've just had a cup of tea. I'm just sat here watching the sky. I'm not sure whether it's going to get pink. There's a little bit of orange there, but that's about it. But it's a rather lovely view, apart from the road. And the island that you see in front of you. There are two islands there, aren't there, Paul? It's Herm and Jetu.
Can you see Sark and Brecu behind?
I don't think I can go around far enough. But yeah, it's rather pleasant. So this shows you how quickly the weather can change in Guernsey. I just showed you those beautiful, beautiful blue seas and beautiful calm weather. And look at it now, we're stuck in the car. We're literally stuck.
We can open the doors.
Well, we can open the doors, of course. We're not physically stuck in the car.
No, we're not literally stuck.
Not literally.
We are physically stuck.
We're physically stuck.
Because we'd get wet if
Yeah, alright, shut up now, Paul.
Yeah.
God. But yeah, this is just blown in. I think there's more to come.
Yeah. We want to go over there.
Well, not in this weather, we're not.
No.
We were going to go and visit the
Fort Grey.
Fort Grey, which is also known as the Cup and Saucer, which you can see just over there, but I think a lot of it is sort of outside.
It's a museum, it's a shipwreck museum, so it's inside as well.
Yeah, but I think, you know, view-wise and stuff like that, yeah, I'm not sure that's going to happen today.
It's getting blue over there.
Well, if it blows over, then great. I mean, there's a little bit of brightness over there, but that's the opposite direction. Okay, well, we'll just have to see. We're going to wait this out for the moment.
More rain.
So the rain's finally stopped. I don't know whether you can see, but we've got a little rainbow over the sea. We just had a little snack to eat as well. Just had some satsumas, bananas, some fruit and nut. I've just had a chocolate bar.
Rivita.
Some Rivita. Just some bits and pieces that we bought the other day for the room. But yeah, lovely rainbow. Yeah, we've been trying not to, you know, spend any more money on food out, seeing as we've treated ourselves twice. I was saying to Paul earlier, when we were kids, I remember on a rainy day in the summer holidays, we used to sit in the car and have sandwiches and pretend it was a spaceship. So there's something quite cosy.
Well, over there at Lere, I remember being in a windbreak with thunder and lightning going on outside, with Linda, Jeff, and their daughter.
What, it suddenly
Just on the beach.
suddenly came in?
Yeah, and we were there for about an hour, and I loved it. It was thunder and lightning, and I loved it.
Well, it's quite dangerous on the
And
beach.
there was the windbreaks sort of down the side and on top as well, and Jeff had tied them together. And it was like a tunnel you could see out to sea. And
like a little shelter.
It was fab. I loved it. It must have been about...
Well, it's right over the Cop and
5.
Saucer.
Yay!
I think it's about to disappear.
Funny how the angle has changed, hasn't it? So it's moved with the cloud, obviously.
Yeah, so I think it's cleared up. So we'll shortly be thinking about going over to see Mum.
We were over there with her
We were.
yesterday,
We were.
looking over Leo, and there's
Yeah.
a causeway there, as we said, and we were watching people going backwards and forwards. And here it is again.
Oh dear. Hey ho.
Well, I can't put my window up.
Well, turn the thing on. Pardon me.
Window up.
Oh well. Trapped for a little bit longer. So we do hope you've enjoyed that extra special episode of
Sunday Chat!
Just for You. For you.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I made it.
Oh, right, yeah.
I edited it this morning.
You did.
Especially.
Especially. So it's an especially edited Sunday Chat special.
So
There we are.
bye for now. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing and following us on all our platforms.
See you next week for another Sunday Chat.
Oh, get it in again.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Bye.